Okay. It just occurred to me that when I upgraded the slots, I probably should have done Wazzy's. Since I decided he's a caster now, and it gives him more EP. Because I saw that, I'm like, oh, Wazzy's like almost out of EP. I've only cast like a couple spells. So he even has EP cut too, I think. Pixie's almost level 3. No cryptids here. Oh, it's the weak one. Oh. I think it has to do with Wazzy's hitbox. I think it's bigger than I think it will be. So I keep running into the monsters by mistake. How much more for Pixie? 87? I mean, I don't get experience for not fighting. I don't want to fight one of the weak ones. Let's just see. Because this one was super weak, I'm probably like 1. Yeah, that was 1. I hope it's not just generically 1. Oh, there's people there. Ouroboros. This is probably a bad idea. Do this right now. Wait, look there. So, Ouroboros is guarding this place, are they? That girl in armor keep watching over the door. One of the Steel Maiden's subordinates. Look at the archaisms she has with her. I've never seen any like those before. The Society used those models during the Liberal incident. They were designed for hand-to-hand combat efficiency. I believe they're called Vanguard units. Sounds like more trouble than they're worth. Pulling out may be our best option for now. I have to say though, Wazzy, you sure seem to know a lot when it comes to the Society. Fair observation. I guess you could say I'm somewhat familiar with them. The Church's knights and the Society are said to have confronted each other countless times under the veil of history's shadows. Know thine enemy, the old adage holds true even among two forces as powerful as them. Well, the thing is, circumstances are always shifting between the Church and Ouroboros. Frankly, it's a pretty vicious rat race. Oops, there I go, airing our dirty laundry. Good thing Abbas isn't here to chew me out. Said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know how he puts up with you. Anyway, let's keep our distance from this place for the time being. Yeah, it's probably a really hard boss fight if I don't have full party members. Too fast. Okay. If it's 1 per, I'll have 83. If it's more because they're stronger enemies, then it's more because they're stronger enemies. I didn't entirely know where I was going with that sentence until I was like, wait, where am I going with this sentence? Please stay in the circle. We're kind of in the circle. 2 of them are in the circle.
悪いな。先に行かせてもらうよ。
I mean, that gave like 100 experience in general. And it gave 9? Okay, so it's not... It's very, very low no matter what. But it's not like it's specifically one per enemy. God damn it.
Ah! 行くぞ。そこだ。アディオス。いい夢を。さあ、とっとと終わらせよう。やれやれ。無駄だよ。行くぞ。そこだ。任せておけ。無駄だよ。よし。させるか。
God, they're trying so hard. So hard to do anything.
任せておけ。やれやれ。終わったか。行くよ。よし。えいはえいと。
I think Lloyd's Tonfa's just hit way farther ahead of him.
負けられない。やれやれ。エニグマクロ。任せておけ。それ。
Oh, nice, I hit all three.
行くよ。そこだ。やれやれ。
Man, that just does a fuck ton. I mean, it's partly because he has an arts up, I'm sure. A lot of characters say that. I don't know if that means anything, or I don't know if that's just like, hey.
Yosh. Nice fight.
You could probably upgrade one of Wazzy's slots. Depends on which ones they are. Oh, maybe not. I think this one was 300, and this one I think is 400 and 600, I think. Don't quite have 400 each. I mean, I could go back. By the time I get there, I might have 400 each, but nah. There's no rush, really. None of these do what they say because they're immune. So I'll just pick them. Wow, they hit all three? That's bullshit. Was that one rare? Have I seen that before? Which road am I on? Ursula Road. Okay, I have. Okay, it's the gold one that's rare. I thought there was a rare one attached to it. It's still crazy to me how many question mark areas there are. Oh shit. Just boss out of nowhere. Oh, I don't have any EP. Can I do this without EP? Probably shouldn't. Okay, stat downs. I can fuck with stat downs. Sorry, my super easy speed down. I wonder how good our combo is. Pretty garbo. Oh, that sucks. He doesn't have Mercuria or anything. Can't use items? Oh, that sucks. Am I hitting him? I feel like I'm not hitting him. He's not lighting up. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Okay. I want the team rush. And if he's fainted, then we don't get it. Can you read anything? Earth and Barrage. See how much a Chaos Brand does. Yeah. I mean, that's the same as our combo craft. So it's not the worst. I have for Earth. I have Stone Spike. Okay, let's just stick with these, I think. Yeah, that is stat downs. Okay, this shockwave is super annoying. Christ.
行くぞ
I
はーや
don't feel like I'm in danger. It's just this is just gonna take longer because we're always pushed back here and Wazzy's getting fainted. Do they know how much an Avalon Gate does? May as well. Oh wait, I just noticed he has fucking 1700 EP. Guess I should be using more of his spells. I mean, they're all expensive, but like... Oh, that's single target. Oh, he can't do it himself either. It's a shame there's a max of 3 turns. Bad. It's not great for how expensive it is. The problem with the stat downs is like it keeps charging, which gets it another turn really quickly. Courage worth it. I'm just gonna do this. And then I'll S-craft with them or something. Let's make sure the stat downs are maximized. I'm assuming this does more damage, since it's single target. See, that gets it another turn really fast, and that's annoying. Oh, I can't stun. Impede, I mean. Dang. Missed a team rush. Gonna do that again. We didn't get fainted. Do a little holy breath. I'll just S-craft to win. Well, it has 629 HP. Maybe that's a waste. I'm just gonna move slightly forward, and everyone gets healed. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Yeah, I think Lloyd is a little under level. Nice. wonder what a burst orb is. Yeah, that one really got the jump on us. But if cryptids are appearing on the highways, there's no way any buses are running to the city, right? Can't imagine they are. Though I doubt the defense force would have much trouble coming and going in those armored cars of theirs. But without them, there's no way to get to the hospital. Citizens' health must be suffering for it. Yes, that is a natural conclusion. Ursula herself must be looking down at us in grief. Ursula? You mean the same woman from The Saint and the White Wolf? Wait, don't tell me the White Wolf from that story was you, Zeit. The tale of a young caretaker who was marked for death by a feudal lord, but wound up inspiring him instead. She's considered a saint in the church's canon, too. Yes, and in life she was a compassionate young woman. However, she did not lose her life as the story depicts, but rather escaped death. She would then come to marry the knight who spared her. In fact, their descendants still live in these lands. Really? Truth is often stranger than fiction. They all saw me beat up a cryptid, were like, fuck that, not fighting them. Yo, Wesley's at 700 arts. Jeez. I mean, I know Pixie's really good with arts, but jeez. Why he's doing so much damage? Hey! Ha!
やれやれ
Stay in the circle. Excellent. Oh. Some of these enemies are too fast. I just want the Sepith. It's so free. Let it be free. Have I saved yet? I probably should have. Fuck. Look over there. Please not a boss fight. I mean, that'll be fine. I have to fight those. Defense Force unit. By guarding the hospital, timing couldn't be worse. We can't afford to have those soldiers spot us out here. Right, it'd be easier to just avoid them. That said, we have no way of knowing the gaps in their patrol routes. I believe Tio is within the hospital. What? Are you certain? Yes, I can pick up a faint trace of her scent. However, I do not believe there are any other SSS members there. Tio, don't tell me. Was she hurt? She's not there to be treated, is she? Alas, my nose does have its limits. However, I cannot deny that I share your sentiment of concern. What should we do? I may have a little trick up my sleeve. If I pull this one off, we should be able to confront the soldiers without them calling for reinforcements. Really? Oh, I should have known you already had a plan in mind. You flatter me. What's your call, Lloyd? You don't even have to ask. One of our own needs us. We're going. Not about to pass up an opportunity to get Tio back. Then let us be off. Sure, we'll be in and out like a bolt of the sapphire blue. Rush in. Ugh, this is boring. Why do we have to get assigned on watch duty here of all places? There's barely even anything to watch. Quit complaining. Banning's a fugitive from the SSS is still on the lam. Huh, what's a single detective gonna do if he shows up here? He'd be done for. Besides, if he has any common sense, he's probably booked it from the state by now. Still, I heard that he had some kind of crazy monster bail him out. Say it ate up the entire 4th Regiment. I don't suppose it's true. It sounds like a load of bull to me. But enough about that. If we're here, we may as well check on how Elia is doing. She's still hospitalized, right? Yeah, she should be. She was banged up pretty bad back then. I hope she makes a speedy recovery. At least we can agree on that. Lloyd Bannings? He actually showed up here. Just who are you calling a monster, exactly? Oh, give them a break. It's an easy mistake to make with your true form. I'd rather not have to fight you, but if you insist on making us force our way through, we're gonna do just that. Cheeky little... They're outnumbered. Neutralize a lot of them. What happened to Wazzy's plan? Did I just ignore it? Was I supposed to, like... Did he have, like, a side route planned and I had to actually, like, go find it? I just said, no, fuck that, we're going in. Battle scope. Oh, they have really low HP. These are the same as the ones in the prison. I think this is just gonna kill them. I think it's just win. God, that does so much damage. I think Wazzy's trick was just to beat the shit out of them. So strong. Yes, it's my turn now. A medal from the Gralsritter? Sapphire seal of mine shining from the abyss. Join with consciousness's silver glow and confer unto them false memories. What's happening? The technique employed by the church that utilizes the power of suggestion, though I sense that is not the only esoteric force he is applying. Not long ago, you confirmed that a large cryptid was approaching this location. You managed to exterminate it, but due to the wounds you sustained, you decided to return to base. You made no contact with Bannings, nor were there any signs that he could be arriving soon. No sign of Bannings. How in the... Manipulation to that extent should not be possible through mere suggestion. Am I to presume this technique relies on the power of your stigma? No keeping secrets from a holy beast, is there? Stigma? Yeah, it's not something I like to talk about really, past traumas and so on. That aside, what I did has its limits. The effect will only last 2, maybe 3 days at most. We also can't rely on this too much. The Defense Force will be looking for signs of it once they figure it out. Makes sense, I'll keep that in mind. Azzy? Zeit? Assume that's Tio. Yep. Tio! You seem to be doing well. Well, would you look at that? There's so much needed good news. Thank goodness, when I found out you were in the hospital, I assumed the worst. You're okay, right? You weren't injured or anything, were you? Lloyd. She's crying. It really is you, Lloyd. Oh, what is that breastplate made of? Where have you been this whole time? I heard they put you in prison, but... It was all over the orbital net. They said you escaped and that soldiers were chasing you down. I've been so worried. Oh, Tio. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. But I'm okay, everything's gonna be alright. Zeit and Wazzy helped me return to Crossbell. You can relax now, I'm here. Aw, isn't this so romantic? It's a shame we have to interrupt them. Cecile and Fran. Funny meeting you here, Lloyd. So glad you're safe. You have no idea how concerned I was, Lloyd. Sorry about that. I know I've caused you all some grief. Anyway, you look great, Fran. Like you're back at 100%. Yep, my injuries are all healed up now. Have been for a while, actually. But because of everything going on, I haven't been able to go back to work. Explains why you're here. Still, I'm glad you're doing better. Incidentally, Wazzy, why are you dressed that way? And Zite, what are you doing here? It's a bit of a long story. Long or not, they deserve a proper explanation of everything that has happened up until now. But, huh? Did he just... What's the matter? You really can't tell? Oh, I see. You've always been able to understand him, so you still haven't noticed, have you? Zite? Why are you speaking in inhuman tongue? How did things come to this? It's all so complicated, I can't even begin to unpack it. I think this would happen to the Crossbell we call home. Now I understand how the past of our state has led to our present situation, both in regards to the crisis we're in as well as what's happened to Kia. Yeah, right now there are only two things I want. First is to uncover the truth of all the unanswered questions we still have. The second is to bring everyone back together, and that includes Kia. A world full of goals to choose from, and you pick the two most impractical ones. Would you expect any less from him? That's right, even prison could not change the kind of person Lloyd is. With that said, I completely share in his sentiments. As a member of the SSS, but more importantly, as one of Kia's guardians, her family, I will be coming with you to fight. Thank you, Tia. I wouldn't have it, Tio. Wouldn't have it any other way. Come to think of it, how did you wind up at St. Ursula of all places? I was brought here by Arios on Maribel's orders, I suspect. They divided the members of the SSS into different locations before placing us under surveillance. As for why, I believe they suspected that if we were all imprisoned together, we would band as one and attempt to dissuade Kia. Well, they're not wrong. In that case, we're gonna have to search everywhere we can to track down Ellie and Randy. There's also the possibility that they're currently in Crossbell City, which would make reaching them impossible. Again, the fact that Tio was here means there's a good chance they're both elsewhere in the state. That's true. Assuming Kia is in the city, they would want to keep you four as far away from her as possible. I have a question. Can I come with you guys too? Fran? Where is this coming from? I know I can't fight on the front lines like the rest of you. I can still be your operator just like I was before. You mentioned something about using Wazzy's airship to get around, didn't you? That's perfect. I can help you from there while you're on the ground. Please? Fran? Should we, Lloyd? Well, I'll admit the Merkaba is short on staff. We could use the help. But I'll leave the decision in your hands, Lloyd. Let's be clear. Right now, your sister's loyalty lies with the Defense Force, Fran. Coming with us means going up against Noelle. Are you really okay with that? Yes I am. Obviously, I don't want to fight Noe. But even still, I have a job to do as a member of the CPD. I can't just stand back and watch all this happen to my home. I understand. Alright then, we're happy to welcome you aboard, Fran. Yes, thanks for doing this, Lloyd. It's good to have you back, Fran. Better than good for Abbas. His workload is about to go down drastically. Sounds like everything is settled then. Yeah, I guess that means it's time for us to head out, Cecile. Forrest, promise me you'll be careful out there. Sadly, there isn't much I can do to help you directly right now. After all, my place is here at the hospital, but even so, I'll be praying for your safety. Thank you, that's more than enough. Thank you for everything, Cecile. Yeah, you took such good care of me. I owe you my life, literally. Now, keep crying like that and you'll spoil that cute little face of yours. Come to think of it, Fran, don't you have things to pack before you leave with them? You should prepare a change of clothes at the very least. Oh, you're right, I need to get all my stuff together. Sorry guys, I got it done as quick as I can, so sit tight. It will be much livelier on board with her around. Of course, part of the reason I was in favor of it was for the sake of the Merkaba's morale. Oh, one more thing just came to mind. While you were waiting for her, why not take this opportunity to say hi to Inspector Donovan and Ilya? Wait, what? You mean they're... Right, they both woke up not too long ago. Sadly, Ilya is still in no condition to be on her feet. Inspector Donovan is recovering well, however. Thank goodness they're both doing better. I think it's a great idea. It'll stave our boredom off while we wait for Fran, if nothing else. Yeah, let's go see them. Allow me to join you. I will wait here for you to finish. My presence would likely cause the patients a fair bit of alarm. Tio is back. Back again. Okay, she needs the true gladiator belt for safety. I mean, you can just have a regular gladiator belt, and then something with speed on it, preferably. But not just speed would be nice. I think preventing mute would be very smart. Very good. I should probably stick with that. Well, she has the new armor, so that's nice. Her defense is already pretty low, so I don't think I should lose 50. I guess it's behind my face. These would lose 50 defense for 5 speed, and that's not worth. I gave her like some weird default. She had cannon on before, she can have cannon on again. I definitely didn't have these though. I'm assuming I had an EP cut. I definitely would have had a cast. I only have one cast too, really? Alright, well I definitely would have a cast. I mean that makes sense for her. But no. Man, I had such a good like smattering of spells for her. I definitely want one thing with time on it. She had a bell, but I don't remember which bell. Oh yeah, I think she had Shackle. And a Mind. It might have been Saturn Bell. No, she had some, I don't know, she had something. She had something else to like. She also had, god damn it, she also had Genesis Flood. I think she had this. I probably had an HP3, that does make sense. She's really squishy. I feel like she had more variety, but maybe that was Ellie. The ironic thing is because of Canon, she doesn't even need the high-end spells. You know what? Maybe I had more wind because I remember having breath at least. I think I had Scent instead. Or Jupiter Bell. This looks more correct. It was something like this. But I think she had the Cast 2 instead. But she still has Calamity Claw. An Aqua Mirage. Breath. Genesis Flood. Yeah, this is more or less what she had. I just need to get my hands on a Cast 2. Reminds me, we haven't seen each other since the day of the President's address site. You left to follow Kia after Arios took her away, but never did find out where that led you. Well, I pursued them as far as I could, but once the Divine Blade reached the lake, I was no longer able to follow. I wished that I could have done more for Lloyd and the others. That was when I returned to my old pack and began making preparations. That I ended up causing you undue concern, however, is something I regret in retrospect, Cecile. It's alright, what matters is that you're safe now, Zite, the way Lloyd is. Not to mention, you're even helping him in Wazzy in battle. So thank you for that. For some reason, I feel a lot more at ease whenever I'm with you, Zite. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have asked you before petting you like that. It didn't offend you, I hope. No, it was nothing so unpleasant. Wonder what's up with Zite, he's being awfully quiet. Perhaps being pet by Cecile has left him feeling awkward. Something nostalgic about it somehow, as if we've been friends for ages. One would almost think you two were attached by a red string of fate. I don't know if I'm more jealous of Zite or Cecile. Wait a minute. What is she? Maybe she's the descendant of that lady in the story. Because Lloyd's like not actually related to Cecile. Cecile was getting married to Guy, so that's like they're like in-laws. Did it, figured it out. The lore. This is the 10th issue. The last issue. Or I assume it's the last. Usually the 10th one is the last one, so. Feature story, a month in review. Crossbell's Independence. Month of Revolution. As we pass the 1 month anniversary of President Croix's Declaration of Independence, the initial wave of confusion is just now beginning to subside. We'd like to take a moment to examine the changes ushered in by Crossbell's leadership over this previous month. Volatile independence. Immediately following the declaration, the Imperial and Republican governments denounced Crossbell's independence. After waiting out a 24-hour ultimatum, both nations advanced their armies into Crossbell. The Empire's armored divisions forced their way through Bellegarde Gate, and the Republic's armored aviation divisions paved the way for their ground forces. Both armies then moved to invade Crossbell City. However, both advances were stopped by the Ions' cutting-edge archaisms under the command of the newly independent state. Even the nefarious railway guns mounted at Guerrilla Fortress by the Empire were neutralized by the mighty Ions. You want to say Aeons, but because it's an I think it's Ions. Upon taking aim at Crossbell City. New state defense weapons deployed. In order to safeguard Crossbell's peace and autonomy, the CDF has deployed a new defensive mechanism that uses powerful orbital waves to create a protective barrier around Crossbell City. Officials say that it will protect the people of the city from all external assaults. Not everyone is entirely satisfied with these arrangements, however. Some are concerned that travel will take longer on account of the Defense Force's permit system, while others are concerned that the towns outside the barrier are being left defenseless. Neither the Defense Force nor the state government elected to answer our questions on either topic. Roadmap to the United Nations. A few days ago, the independent state government announced its plan to form a continental alliance. 4 nations have already agreed to join. The initial members of the United Nations will sign on to the alliance in the coming months. Because the organization promises to prohibit acts of war while guaranteeing open international trade, the prospective partnership has garnered a favorable public opinion. The international reaction. The holy city of Artaria has made its first official statement regarding Crossbell's independence, in which the papacy simply stated that it would continue to monitor the situation in western Zemuria. A PR official of the independent state claims that the liberal kingdom and principality of Remifaria have, for all intents and purposes, respected the will of the people and acknowledged Crossbell's sovereignty. In finance, Calvard's economic panic continues. The Republican government has issued a series of financial reforms, but as borrowers continue to default on their loans, the economic turmoil in the country only further escalates. International companies operating out of Calvard have also begun to feel the effects of the recession. To compound the issue, many civilians were also harmed in a reactionary bus bombing just yesterday morning. Erebonian Civil War, an all-out conflict. Just days ago, Gileath Osborne, Blood and Iron Chancellor and central figure of the Empire, was shot by an assassin. The Reformist faction has pledged to fight to the bitter end to avenge their leader, indicating no end in sight to their civil conflict against the noble faction. Droves of Imperial citizens are attempting to flee the country and escape the flames of war. We'll continue reporting on this story as more information comes in. Society. Defense Force considers hoarding restrictions. In response to the citizens' continued efforts to stockpile groceries and daily necessities, the Crossbell Defense Force has expressed that a sufficient quantity of goods are being distributed within the city and urged citizens not to hoard necessities without reason. Reportedly, the independent state government is in possession of an emergency reserve of 5 years' worth of food and supplies, some of which is already being dispensed to major grocers. The Defense Force is considering regulating private stockpiles in the event that the disruptions regarding the issue do not diminish. Our leisure and lifestyle section is on hiatus until further notice. Fair. I don't think anyone's taking in the leisure at the moment. I am gonna go around and talk to everybody. If there's any point in the game I feel like I should go around and talk to everybody, it's the finale. Especially since it's gonna be spread out. So I'm only gonna have access to like area after area. Slowly but surely. I'm assuming we're gonna end up like touring the entire state out of necessity. To regather everybody before getting into the city, so. They're low on patience. I guess it makes sense. If anything, it's a much deserved break because the hospital's kind of been inundated with a lot of shit this past few months in Crossbell. Wait, I'm trying out a new S-craft I came up with yesterday, except the S stands for sheet drying. Called the pile dryer. Stacking sheets together lets me dry twice as many at once. Oh no. No, that's not how that works. Oh, she's so dumb. Don't know if this is gonna work. It's not gonna work. That's not how that works. Oh, they all support us. Nice. Oh, they're not working with Harold anymore. You can't get through. Well, that sucks. Yeah, there really is no one here. Like in an ideal society, you want your hospitals to not be busy. 'Cause that means you're tending to the needs of everyone. Like you're not, like everything is being taken care of, right? But then whenever that happens, because there's limited resources, the hospitals then lose resources because they're not being used efficiently. And then inevitably, they fall behind and can't do their jobs because they don't have the money. But now the money's gone and tied up somewhere else. And I don't know how you solve that without just wasting a lot of money. I'm in the middle of performing some maintenance on our equipment. Mind checking these values for me? Well, if you look closely, the durability figures are slightly below the minimum value. The likeliest explanation is that the moving parts are degrading due to age. Not as much. This is a fine mess. Must have gotten really familiar with the staff and faculty during our stay here. Seems St. Ursula and the SSS can both agree on how nice she is to have around, as far as orbital tech is concerned. Well, there's not no one, but it's not full. I wonder if we're gonna have a little scene in Shizuku's old room, because it's not a room anymore. I'm gonna be like, man, it's weird not having Shizuku here. Dio, my dear, is it true that you're going to be leaving us? Yes, I'll be going with the others. Thank you for everything, Martha. I hope I've managed to repay you for how well you took care of me all those years ago, if only just a little. Now, that's all in the past. Don't you worry your cute little head about it. Remember that you're welcome to visit us whenever you like. Take care of yourself out there, alright? Yes, of course, I'll make sure that I do. Let's see, her notebook, enigma, toothbrush. I'll have to finish saying goodbye to all the other patients and nurses too. I think Fran needs a little more time to get ready. It's fine, we still have our own rounds to make, don't we? Oh, is it already time for the nurse to take your temperature again? Come on in. Pardon us. Well, I'll be Banning's hemisphere. What are you doing here? Great to see you again, Inspector Donovan. Who do we have here? A lovely lady friend of yours? You can always come back later if you preferred our little privacy together. Finally wake up after being in a coma for who knows how long, and this is how you greet me? Helios is watching, Father Wazzy. This is Farah, Inspector Donovan's wife. She's been staying here at the hospital to help take care of him. It's nice to meet you two. Thank you for always helping out my Donnie. Heard a lot about the SSS from him and Tio. Sound like quite a motley group. Your praise honors me. I'm not so sure that's what it was. Good thing you two are here, because I've got questions that need answering. Just what is going on out there? Of course, let me start at the beginning. Holy city of Arteria. Things are a lot more serious than I thought. The way it sounds, I'm guessing you'll be better off if HQ doesn't know anything about this little conversation. If you wouldn't mind. Well, it doesn't matter to me either way. I'm not the fugitive here. Fugitive? Never mind that. Inspector, has anyone from Crossville City been in contact since you woke up? Well, Raymond did come to visit and he told me a little bit about what's going on. From what I gather, the CPD's been consolidated into the new defense force, one of its lower branches. Their day-to-day is still the same for the most part, but they've basically been relegated to doing chores in the city. I assumed as much. That's the only way it could have gone, really, with the way the president set this up. But wasn't there any pushback? I mean, surely not everyone in the department's okay with this. I don't know about Vice Commissioner Pierre, but I can't imagine Chief Sergei or Dudley are fine with it. Well, just between you and me, it seems Sergei, Dudley, Raymond, and some of the folks in the Metropolitan Division are up to something. And what would that be? You didn't hear this from me, but they're biding their time, waiting for an opportunity to flip everything on its head. They're not the type to just roll over and take it all on the chin, which means that not all hope is lost. Yeah, but getting in contact is going to prove difficult. Let's just leave the city to them. We need to work on breaking this deadlock in another way, from outside the barrier. Good call. Kids are fighting an uphill battle, but know that I'm rooting for you. Once I'm healthy, I plan to head back up there and give Sergei and the boys a hand. Honey, if you must, but let your colleagues handle it for now. You need your rest first. I'm not letting you set one foot out of this hospital until you've made a full recovery. Do I make myself clear? Yes, dear. Never heard anyone talk to him like this. The inspector is no match for his wife, as I've come to understand. Love comes in many forms. I would say Donny Boy is a lucky man. Boy, though, I feel a little embarrassed letting you kids see me like this. Farrah's had me wrapped around her finger since the day I put a ring on it. We seem to make a great pair. Cute couple is how I would put it. Aww. Did you hear that, sweetie? I've always said you were cute. Should really have to be like this in front of them and Raymond? There you guys are. We haven't talked to Ilya yet. Hey, Fran, I see you dressed for the occasion. Are you all done packing? You betcha. How do I look? I've missed seeing you in your uniform, Fran. Welcome back to the Force. I've missed it too. Were you visiting Inspector Donovan just now? Yeah, we just finished catching up. Are you gonna do the same? That's right, I couldn't just leave without saying goodbye to him. Saved my life during the raid, after all. I don't think I could ever thank him enough for that. We understand. You go do what you have to. We'll wait up. Thanks. See you guys in a bit. Well, while she does that, why don't we go check in with Ilya? Yeah, sounds good. Ilya's in 303. Oh, there's Sayland. Dr. Sayland? Oh, good to see you, SSS. This used to be Shizuku's room. What are you doing in here by yourself? Well, she's a former patient of mine. I was simply working through some thoughts. Such as how she's been since Arius McLean took her from the hospital. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything about her since that day. You must be holed up with the others at Orcus Tower. Being a patient wrested out of your care is a shameful experience, even if it was by her own father. Still, I understand that the circumstances were anything but ordinary. Arios having been appointed as the Secretary of Defense. I know there was simply no way he could allow her to stay here any longer, but it doesn't make it any easier to accept. I'm sorry, Doctor. No, I should be apologizing. You don't need to hear about my troubles. Come to visit your friends, correct? Like some time alone, if you wouldn't mind. Dooku McLean. I had painstakingly drafted out a treatment plan for the next year. I'm assuming I don't have access to the research ward. Yeah. Hey, she's not dead. Visitors? Who is it? You can come in. Please excuse us. Hey there, Tio. Did you bring Well, if it isn't my favorite little guy. And you're Wazzy, right? I'll chalk that lapse up to the injury. Really has been a long time, Ilya. Sorry for the sudden visit. I didn't know we were gonna get the chance to come see you. But don't be ridiculous, silly. You three take a seat and make yourselves comfortable. You're welcome to help yourselves to the sweets that fans have been sending me. The cookies shouldn't be too stale, I'm sure. Cookies acquired. I didn't realize just how tight of a spot you guys are in. It's crazy to think how far Crossbell has fallen in the time since the raid. Yeah. No one would blame you if you thought you were still dreaming right now. The frustration of not being able to move my legs is sobering enough. Thank you very much. If only I could walk out of here and see the state Arkansas is in with my own eyes. Hey, Ilya. About your condition, how's it looking? Oh, that. Dr. Salen told me that so far, she doesn't know whether I'll ever be able to walk again. Though on the bright side, that means she didn't rule it out either. I thought that might be the case. Oh, enough of the long faces, you two. Are you trying to bum me out? Listen here, if I become convinced that it's impossible for me to ever walk again, then it might as well be, right? What? This is no different than working the stage. I have a goal to pursue the way I always have. So no matter how painful or hopeless it might seem, as long as I've got a ray of hope, then that's my spotlight at the end of the tunnel. So don't go giving up on me. I sure won't. You're really something else. Am I? I don't think I said anything all that out of the ordinary. Besides, I think what all of you are trying to accomplish is a lot harder than what I'm going through. Is it? Put into perspective, it's hard to ignore just how difficult our path is going to be. Then take a page from my book and don't shy away. People will do whatever it takes to fight for what matters most to them. I think that's what makes us human, no matter how we may differ in strength. What makes us human? Well put. Though I'll admit, I'm a bit greedier than most. Good enough isn't, good enough for yours truly. Still, I don't think I'm the only one like that. The same could be said of all our troop members. Including Risha, of course. Ilya, do me a favor. If you see her, there's a message I want you to pass along. What is it that matters most to you? Can you truly turn your back in the face of what you hold dear? Sure thing. Make sure Risha hears that if we manage to find her. I'll hold you to it. Admittedly, I am still worried about all of my fellow troop members in the city. Then again, this is Arkansas I'm talking about. Knowing them, they're practicing just as hard as ever. So what you're worried about is whether or not they're rehearsing? I'm certain they are galloping about in laces and frills as we speak. To be an artist. Plus, these are important years for Sully's growth in particular. That girl had better improve by leaps and bounds by the time I make my stunning comeback. It's a character, isn't she? That fervent dancer moniker follows her even when she's in no shape to dance. It would seem her role as the Sun Princess extends beyond the stage. I've had the chance to speak with her several times since I became stranded at the hospital. It would have been a challenge keeping myself together if not for her and Cecile. Glad they were here then. That said, now we're gonna have to track down Risha too. Easier said than done. Gonna come down to Adios's will, more likely than not. Should we head back and check on Fran? Yeah, she must be ready by now. Oh, that's handy. Team is now able to track wanted monsters and other requests along the highways from the Mercabus terminal. Okay. New blind spot in the Septian veins' influence detected. I will relay you the data. Okie dokie. Coordinates identified. The northeastern crossbelt near Armorca village. Impressive. These two are quite helpful. Plato's sensory receptivity is valuable in itself, but having a dedicated operator has raised the ship's overall efficacy as well. Hey Soraya, how you doing? I'm still flying by the seat of my pants, honestly. Searching for places we can land will be much easier with you on the crew. So, what now? Would you like to head to our new landing point? Yeah, we should go confirm the situation in Armorca Village, too. Full speed ahead. Destination Armorcan airspace. Course set. Maintaining high alert. The church does have the weirdest dominion, it's true. They're just as, like, motley and weird as any party in this game. Oh, I can say no? We can wander around and talk? There's been a lot of talking tonight, honestly. So the Merkaba is equipped with the same kind of terminal that you had at the SSS building, huh? That means I can send you all support requests, just like I used to. Talk about convenient, huh? Hey, you're right, the terminal in the Cowan is pretty much the same. Now that I think about it, where does it even get the data from? I had the same question, so I asked Abbas. He said that sometimes the ship's systems pick up dangerous monsters while searching for gaps in the Septine Veins' influence. Apparently, it's a function of the Merkabas to detect anything that might hamper its day-to-day operations. I see. Well, it definitely wouldn't be safe to leave those monsters alone. We'll take care of them if we get the chance. Guess that means I'll be reporting to you with those support requests. Gonna be a real trip down memory lane. Yeah, huh? It'll be just like old times. Almost brings a tear to my eye just thinking about it. I know it might be a bit of a hassle to report from the cabin terminal when I'm right upstairs, but procedure's still important, you know? This way you can get proper credit when we return to the department someday. Yeah, I agree. In the meantime, I'm looking forward to having you as our dependable operator again. Yep, you can count on me. I want to talk to them, but I also want to say, I was not paying attention at all to the Sky remake until like a couple days ago. And I just like looked at like some of their like trailers and stuff, and I was like, it looks. I might play it. Usually I'm like, I play the original. I don't need a remake, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, I might play it. Especially if it's got like new revamped action combat to try out. Which I think that's what I saw. It looked like action combat. That could be cool. Plus it's voice acted, so I don't have to talk so much. Abbas was just showing me how to use the ship's main terminal. Surprisingly, the Merkaba's systems were designed by none other than the Epstein Foundation. Wait, really? There's no mistaking it. I do recall spotting church officials visiting the Foundation's headquarters in the past. Have the two truly been collaborating all this time? Yes, though naturally it is off the record. This Merkaba is powered by what is known as the Heavenly Chariot, an artifact capable of providing flight-based transport. After the Orbital Revolution, we worked with the Foundation to refurbish it into what you see now, using the Heavenly Chariot as an engine. Heavenly Chariot? That's the name Zeit muttered the first time you guys showed me the ship on Tankram Hill. You may as well know that the Church has also assisted with the development of battle orbits, among other technologies. The orbital arts you all use have their foundations in the Church's thaumaturgy. Fascinating. I should go without saying, but be aware that this information is strictly confidential. I trust you won't do anything to compromise that. Of course, we wouldn't dream of it. You have my word as well. Lloyd, do you have a moment? I wanted to give you this. Oh no, she's the final boss. I don't even know if I played against. I think I just stopped playing the game. I don't even know if there's a reward attached to playing it. Is this your personal Palm Party account? Indeed, I thought it might provide a fun distraction from our current predicament. Feel free to challenge me at any time. I would be more than happy to obliterate you. Wow, alright, okay, you're on. I was confident in our Palm Party skills, and that's putting it lightly. To give it all I've got to stand a chance. I had heard the rumors that the Church and Foundation were collaborating, but now the proof is all around me. In any case, I should be able to use this terminal without any issue. I was even considering syncing it with my Aeon system to expand our search range for blind spots between the Septine veins. May I ask you to teach me everything you can about these systems, Abbas? But of course. The Merkaba's engine is powered by the Heavenly Chariot, an artifact capable of providing flight-based transport. After the Orbital Revolution, we worked with the Epstein Foundation to refurbish it into the ship you see now. Additionally, the church made some minor contributions to the development of battle ornaments, among other technologies. Of course, this is all strictly confidential as far as the secular world is concerned. Be sure not to divulge any of this outside these walls. I'm becoming concerned. I guess I'm thinking about this finale section, and it's probably going to be the same length as any other chapter. I did do the Ursula Road. This is true. Marca, Mains, and West Crosswell. Oh, now they get grayed out for beating them. That was not a thing before. So you definitely get something for beating everybody. I don't even know if... I might have even missed somebody's account info, for all I know. I suck at these kinds of games and I don't want to do it. If there's a reward attached and it's worth doing, I'll do it. But if not, I'm not doing it. That nurse. You mean Cecile? What about her? Nothing in particular. I was merely pondering the peculiar way fate brings people together. I knew it! She's the girl from the story in the past. Or descendant of the girl in the story in the past. It is irrelevant, so pay it no mind. If you say so? That aside, it was fortuitous that you were able to reunite with Tio so quickly. Now you must locate your other comrades. Right, I'm not sure what that was all about, but at least we can agree on that last part. All else aside, it was fortuitous. Oh yeah, you just said that. I don't know if these have new words. I mean, they do. I don't need to read it out though. I don't need to check the item shop every time. Now that Tio and Fran are aboard, we'll be able to make better use of the Merkaba's capabilities. We can only do so much to look for those landing spots otherwise. Having the two of them with us is going to be a big windfall. Maybe Adios herself is the one who guided us back to them so quickly. Slot. Oh yeah, she only has her best one left. Get one of those. I'm getting there. Getting there. Oh yeah, the Heavenly Chariot is behind here. Makes sense. I'm not allowed in there. I ran the ship. I wouldn't let me in there either. Oh my god, there's so much grass. Managed to disembark well enough. But look what's happened to their lotus fields. Yeah, there's nothing but pleroma grass now as far as the eye can see. This must be a byproduct of Kia's awakening. Sight, are there any cryptids nearby? I do not sense any for the moment. We should be able to use that warp circle without fear of them attacking. Good to know. Now that we're here, let's start by visiting with Chief Tolta. A wise decision. I see. You've been through quite a whirlwind these past few weeks. I have to say, you really gave me a scare walking in here with that wolf of yours. Sorry about that. My apologies, it was not my intention to frighten you. That's alright, never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have the honor of meeting the Divine Wolf of Legend in person. Thankfully, the defense force has largely ignored our village. You'll be safe here, feel free to stay as long as you need to. We appreciate that, Chief Tolta. Seconded, thank you for your hospitality. There were many people back at the hospital who were critical of President Kreis's actions. From what I can tell, he hasn't exactly received the warmest reception here either, has he? Well, our village has always had a tenuous connection to the state's more bureaucratic matters. Even after independence was declared, I can't say it stoked much of a response from us. Though I will say that our harvests have been down thanks to the appearance of those cryptids. As I mentioned, the defense force seldom ventures here, so you can expect they haven't been of much help to us. Sorry to hear that. Their negligence is shameful. Those who dwell in the city have always been ignorant of their fellow men in these outlying settlements. However, the degree to which they have taken their dereliction is inexcusable. Indeed, if I may be frank, I have a hard time seeing myself falling in line with the President's ambitions. That said, the opinion of our little village is nothing compared to the masses in the city. To tell you the truth, we're rather lost in the weeds about all of this. That's understandable. We'll keep an eye out for any cryptids while we're here. Aside from that, have you had any other pressing issues lately? I would hope the situation hasn't stirred up any civil unrest among the villagers. But not at all. Thankfully, things haven't come to that. The village has pulled together to see itself through this crisis as best we can. Having Harold and his family here to help us has been a real godsend, too. You mean Mr. Hayworth? He came here with his wife and child, then? That's right, they arrived just before that barrier went up. Travel restrictions were put into place on the highway soon after, so they've been lodging here ever since. That makes sense. The Hayworths are staying on the second floor of the Ash Tree Inn. You're welcome to pay them a visit if you like. We'll be sure to do that. It has been a while, let's go check up on them. I'm now concerned that this finale is going to have a lot of dialogue. Like a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of story. I can tell there's a lot of story to get through. But yeah, my voice is starting to feel it. It's getting late. So I'm going to call it here for the night. So if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.